Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm starting 2023 off with a quick refresh of the Meet the Artist art challenge that you've probably seen floating around on the internet for the last decade. I figured since this channel has just been a place that I kind of brain dump while kind of explaining a concept or time lapse, I might as well establish at least a little bit about myself, since I realize I only ever scratched the surface of that topic, especially because I'm kind of a fan of internet privacy to an extent. Anyways, my name is Jonah Leahy, and I'm an illustrator and concept artist working in games and animation. My pronouns are he, him, and since I don't really talk about it too much, just for clarification's sake, I am a transgender man. That being said, as you can see, I'm drawing myself with facial hair now. I've been on HRT for about 2 years now, and I've had top surgery last year, so I feel like I've gotten past some of the awkward second puberty stuff that comes with transitioning. Since the whole point of Meet the Artist is to give a few personal details, uh, yeah, I'm a proud cat dad for my dumb ginger cat, Johannes Kepler. He is, very much, named after the scientist. My favorite drink of choice is anything with caffeine, though I'm partial to coffee at the moment, and I do have a secret hot cocoa addiction that I don't really want to talk about. Suffice to say, it's been a journey, and all things considered, I'm kind of in a rough patch, but I'm determined to keep at it and be honest about my journey trying to get a steady job in animation. I wish I had had somebody to watch and tell me how it really is rather than sugarcoating it for easy social media consumption. So that's what I'm trying to do, at least. A few things that I like include reading copious amounts of comics and graphic novels. I want to have a book on store shelves one day, so the idea that reading comics as quote-unquote market research leaves my wallet a little sad and empty if I ever wander into a local bookstore. I'm also pretty passionate about teaching, which I started doing my last year of college, and I don't know, it's kind of really fulfilling. Right now I'm teaching a class on graphic novels and comics for students at my local community art center, which has been interesting so far, and it actually leads quite nicely into things I dislike. That being primarily bad faith debate. Yeah, it's a little bit of a tone change from the previous lighthearted content, but it's worth mentioning at least. I believe our culture was built on being able to have a discussion and disagreement without the need to play dirty just to prove a point. I think we've come to a standstill in being able to honestly have a discussion with someone on the other side of whatever the issue is, without there being unnecessary pushback. Honestly, I could make an entire video on this topic, but essentially, I wish we could just kind of trust each other to talk about our disagreements openly and honestly without fear, and come to an understanding that we could agree to disagree and it'll be fine. We don't need to dox each other, we don't need to cancel each other, like, it's okay to disagree about stuff. On a slightly less important point, I have a deep distaste for bad Wi-Fi. I currently have a shaky setup here in my apartment, and it's very much adding gray hair every time I want to go online. I blame the brick walls, but it's probably also because my router is on the complete other side of the apartment versus my desktop. Last thing on my list of things I dislike is the fact that I'm allergic to my own cat. I love Kepler too much to do anything about it other than take over-the-counter meds on the regular, which I'm okay with. It's just frustrating sometimes. On most days with reasonable temperatures, you'll find me in a jacket, jeans, and scarf, with worn-out boots and a bag full of odds and ends that every artist should have on them. My tools of the trade currently include an iPad Pro 13-inch with the second version of the Apple Pencil. I primarily use Procreate for my work at the moment, but I also occasionally use Photoshop and Illustrator for my client work. Recently, I've been branching out into pixel art in the last year, and I've poked around programs like Sprite and Pixaki Pro with pretty good results. I can definitely recommend both those programs. To wrap everything up, I want to fill you in on a couple things I've been working on behind the scenes that you can keep your eyes out for. As previously mentioned, I'm working on creating a graphic novel with my partner. That's been a long time coming. It's an ambitious project, but I'm hoping you'll get to enjoy the fruits of our labor sooner than later, as soon as I get the layouts finished. More importantly, I'm working on creating a class about diverse character design. It's somewhere between a character design class and an anthropology course, so it's something I'm trying to take piece by piece and will hopefully have up on this channel in the near future, but since it's such a complex topic to begin with, I'm taking my time making sure everything is done right with the correct amount of research and discussion before anything goes public. I'm actually looking to talk to as many people as possible about their experience creating and consuming media with diverse casts, If you're someone who could provide a unique perspective about a marginalized community, please send me an email at the address in the description. I'd love to set up a call. I want to talk to as many people as possible about everyone's experience. And for anyone who would rather stay anonymous, I've actually created a survey that asks a series of demographic questions, as well as a few qualitative opinion questions about your experience with diverse casts within our current media landscape. The survey is open to any and everyone, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the topic, even if you're not an artist. Everyone's opinion deserves to be heard, and as long as you can articulate what you think about our media, I would love to hear it. Alright, thanks for sticking around to the end. I'm hopefully going to be a bit more consistent with posting work in the coming year, at least on Instagram and Twitter, probably. All the links can be found in the description below. Right now my commissions are open, and I would love it if you could consider subscribing to see what I get up to in 2023. See y'all soon!